Where's Mom?
You remember the Marshalls, Alan and Isabel?
Oh, sure. Friends of mine, Daddy's loved him, hated her.
Yeah, well, Isabel's dead, so happy?
I'm not unhappy.
Alan's in town. She went to meet him at his hotel. Apparently, Isabel left her something in her will. Mom's terrified.
Well, that's right. Isabel was a crafter. For my bat mitzvah, she sent me a yarmulke with googly eyes glued to it.
I remember. You put it in your underwear and asked everyone if they wanted to meet Rabbi Bushnick. Anyway, did you see any places you liked? Because I can send you more listings.
No more old lady condos. They all smell like brisket and kitty litter. I don't know. I just feel like maybe Palm Springs isn't a good idea.
Oh, it's a really good idea. There are so many things to do. There's a film festival and an aerial tram that takes you to the top.
Save it, Chamber of Commerce. I gotta go drop the kids off at the pool.
The kids are here?
No, not the actual. I have to take a dump.
Then why didn't you just say that?
'Cause I'm a fucking lady.
Podcast episode 0529 coming at you live from the Outlaw Distillery Studios.
That's right, 529 episodes where you just go, what the fuck happened in that episode? Why is Milchick going all band camp on us?
Yeah, well the thing is, Severance, everybody loves Severance. It's the talk of Apple TV Plus, but I'm telling you, the studio, holy fuck. Have you not seen the studio yet?
Not yet.
Seth Rogen.
It is locked and loaded.
Wow. It is so fucking good.
Oh, we better jump right into it because it is going to be a busy week. No. But I am Tommy Milagro. That is Bill Frost. I am the innie to his outie.
Or something. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're out in the real world, and I'm just shuttered away, and I'm just saying the work is interesting and mysterious.
Yeah, so I also got a little bit to say about mid-century modern that you heard at the top of the show there. The new comedy starring Nathan Lane and Matt Bomer.
Ooh.
And Pamela Adlon and the late Linda Lavin, and it's got a stellar cast.
I was going to say, this is star-studded here.
Oh, yeah. And great show. And even though it has a laugh track, it's a very, throwback to it's the producers from some of the people involved with Will and Grace.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be like a mashup of Will and Grace and the Golden Girls, and it's got that whole sitcom, classic sitcom feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to that in a minute here, but we are drinking some white rum.
That comes from our good friends at Outlaw Distillery, one of the fine sponsors of the TV10 podcast. I was going to go mojito, but I was like, okay, there's a storm coming in.
Again?
So, look, it's Utah, man. What do you... Yeah, so I was like...
We were in the 70s earlier last week, and now the weekend comes. It's like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, Utah just said, hold my beer, and... oh, no. Let me hold all your rights. Oh, wait, that's the Utah legislature. The point is, we needed to have a Cuba Libre.
Voting was just too easy.
Yeah. Now we just had to add an extra challenge.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
If we have to kick people out in person, okay.
Can't have that pride flag on the government grounds.
Yeah, it's going to be a very long...
But
few
this is
years.
not a politics podcast.
No. We will never dive into politics. Maybe the TV shows will, but we won't.
This is not a rebel song.
Wow. That was a deep cut right there.
Sorry, Bono. All right. And, we took care of all the business, right?
As far as the business of drinking, sponsorship, and why we're awesome. Oh, yeah, and more importantly... We're not Joe Rogan, now that we got that out of the way.
As we like to point out every week.
Yes. If you're tuning into us for the first time, You're welcome. We're not sorry. But more importantly, we're not Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
that should
yeah.
solve a lot of problems there.
Yeah. So first of all, the studio. It's a kind of homage to The Player. It's a behind the scenes Hollywood thing, but it's The Player, but like extremely funny.
Yeah.
In a dark way. And the first Seth Rogen is recently promoted to a new studio head, and he's like, this is his dream job. He loves movies, and now in instant compromise right away. His boss, played by Bryan Cranston, ultra slimy.
Oh, wow.
And Seth Rogen's character, he wants to make good movies. He wants to make The Godfather, The Rosemary's Baby, or something else that wasn't directed by a pedophile, as he says. And but the studio, they want to make these big franchise movies, and their next one coming up is Kool-Aid.
Oh, boy.
They want to make the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh,
the next
yeah.
breakout star.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to give too much away, but he has a meeting with Martin Scorsese, played by himself, of course.
Now, here's the thing, because it wasn't that long ago we just saw the franchise.
Yeah, this is a little different.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like the franchise was super meta, I thought.
This is less meta, but far more American and far different kind of funny.
To clarify, Merkin,
yeah.
Yeah.
And Martin Scorsese, he has an idea for a script, and he wants to do the story of Jim Jones, Jonestown. Instantly, in Seth Rogen's mind, the character, it's like, you know what? Best of both worlds. I can make a quality Scorsese movie and do this Kool-Aid Man character somehow. And even though it was Flavor Aid, actually. But anyway.
Thank you. I was about to do that comic book guy.
The old Flavor Aid thing. But, this just insane idea to make a big franchise movie starring Steve Buscemi as Jim Jones.
Oh.
And Steve Buscemi is in the episode, and like a lot of people, since it's a Hollywood story, it's got a lot of guest stars.
Now, I kind of actually want to see Buscemi as Jim Jones at this point.
Yeah, me too, yeah. The studio does not. And I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. Just go watch the studio first 2 episodes. Maybe by the time you hear this, 3 episodes will be available on Apple TV Plus.
Okay.
If you like that insider Hollywood stuff, it's fantastically done. Could be the best thing Seth Rogen's done as a Seth Rogen vehicle.
Wow. Okay.
As far as I can remember.
That has got to be... Is that a high bar to cross at this point, or
it's a more nuanced character?
Yeah, but I think the important thing to take away from Seth Rogen, because I think this is the first project he's done in God knows how long. No James Francos were involved in the production of this show.
No, he did that Apple TV Plus series a couple years ago, where he had a platonic friendship.
Yeah,
and I think they're doing another season of that, but this is completely different. Anyway. Yeah. On to mid-century modern.
Okay.
Nathan Lane, Nathan Lee Graham. You got 2 Nathans in here. Both extremely fucking funny comic actors. You've got Pamela Adlon, Linda Lavin. Judd Hirsch shows up.
Jeez.
Some comedy actor killers in here.
I mean, Judd Hirsch of all people.
I know, right?
I didn't think he was still around.
Rhea Perlman.
What?
Yeah, it's heavy hitters, but in the middle of all this is poor Matt Bomer, who is not a comic actor. He's trying his ass off, but he's can't keep up with everybody else.
I mean, after
he's a drama guy.
Yeah, well, after Doom Patrol, I thought he would get some acting chops out of the way, or comedy chops.
He's a good actor. Yeah, Doom Patrol. There was some funny in there.
Yeah,
but not sitcom level funny.
Yeah, Matt Bomer is better as a straight guy. Pun intended.
Wow. Yeah. but
that look on your face was
like,
awesome.
Oh yeah. And there's plenty of jokes just like that in the show. So it's about.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
They're in a Palm Springs retirement home. So Nathan Lane, his mom, played by Linda Lavin, who dies about towards the end of the first season. There, literally. I mean, Linda Lavin didn't make it to the end of the season. And so he's living in her condo, and he invites Matt Bomer and Nathan Lee Graham to live with him
Oh boy.
I guess it's a spacious condo.
Oh, okay.
And you got pickleball. Got to have some pickleball jokes.
Oh, jeez.
Of course you do. And yeah, it's much funnier than I expected. I expected the laugh track, the whole throwback sitcom thing, but it totally works.
All right.
Just get Matt Bomer maybe another season, and I'm sure it'll go for another season. So
yeah,
Matt Bomer will up his comedy game, and it'll be fine.
I think the only way to help Matt Bomer out, if he's going to go this comedy route, he needs to study the masters,
Such as
B. Arthur.
Well, yeah.
I mean, she was perfect at straight comedy and just the facial expressions alone.
Yeah, the thing is, he's playing kind of a dumb guy.
It can still work.
He's playing a dumb, hunky guy.
It can still work.
Yeah.
We can help out. We will consult you, Matt Bomer, for the low price of $100,000 per person.
Always a price tag.
I mean, look, everybody has a price. TV Tam Podcast provides it for you. We're not cheap, but we can be had.
Yeah. So that is on Hulu. Check that out. All 10 episodes available, and it's funny as hell.
Okay.
And coming up this week, some new stuff. Kind of looking forward to this on Thursday. I had not heard anything about this before. It is The Bondsman, starring Kevin Bacon, playing a undead bounty hunter. This is from Blumhouse Television, and he gets murdered, but then he gets a new lease on life from the devil.
Wait, I know this. This show. I remember.
We've seen it before.
Yes, we have. But the fact that it's Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. So he's the devil's bounty hunter. He's
Right.
out recapturing escaped demons from hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a comedy. It's got a comedy edge to it. And the episodes are only like half an hour, so it's like a very short 8-episode season of The Bondsman. And he'll if he's looking to get a second chance at love, life, and says here a country music career, which I guess this makes this the Bacon Brothers origin story.
Oh dear.
Maybe.
Well, here's my question. You've listened to the Bacon Brothers. The last time
they're okay.
Yeah, and the last time we've really experienced Bacon Brothers was the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
True. Yeah.
And I already know how you feel about this. The fact that there's country involved, I mean, how much drinking is going to be needed of us, and how much of a warning should we give to our listeners?
You can't have country music without drinking. Not real country music. I'm not talking about bro country. I'm talking about real country music.
Yeah, and just to be clear, we're talking Waylon Jennings, not Florida, Georgia
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Morgan Wallen, who, he stirred a little controversy. He going off on a tangent here. He performed 2 songs on Saturday Night Live last night, hosted by Mikey Madison. Did a fine job for herself, and so you have the big gathering at the end of the show where everybody's like waving goodbye, and they're hugging each other and
hello,
congratulating each other.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, and Morgan Wallen, he's there for like 30 seconds. He just walks the fuck off, like towards the cameras, just off stage. And
he was like, "I'm the fuck out."
Yeah, so maybe he meant it to look like that, like a big fuck you to the Saturday Night Live. Maybe not. I don't know.
There is something I have been noticing of late that Saturday Night Live is trying to cater a little bit to these kind of bros. I like Sean Mullins and then now Morgan Wallen. Are they just trying to offset the Lady Gaga stuff, or is it something else? Or
I don't know. This has been kind of the last 10 years of Saturday Night Live. They go hard to the left and they try to bring it back to the center with somebody like a musical guest or a host.
Yeah,
and it doesn't work. They shouldn't even bother.
So. Are we?
They're not going to appease the right.
Of course not. Does that mean we need to be involved as the producers?
Well, yeah, I know we have a price.
Yeah,
we have a price for everything, really.
Well, yeah, and just to be clear, as opposed to what we were offering Matt Bomer for comedy lessons, I think it's only fair, since it's NBC money, that we just offer the low price of $5 million per person.
We'll have our people call Lorne Michaels.
Yeah. So, and we'll even kick in some Utah wine as a sweetener.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Another new. That's the aforementioned Bondsman. That's on Thursday on Prime Video. Also on Thursday on Netflix. Pulse. You know, we're having a revival of not only sitcoms, traditional sitcoms. We're having a revival of medical dramas with like The Pit. Everybody fucking loves The Pit.
Well, they love Noah Wiley.
Oh yeah, they love Noah Wiley, and I still have not got into the show yet. I know it's. We
know it's there.
I'm gonna have to do it. But Pulse is a new series from Netflix. Produced by Carlton Cuse of Lost and Zoe Robin of The Equalizer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that means the current Equalizer or the previous Equalizers, but it's set in a Miami trauma center, and there's a major hurricane coming. But of course, everybody's got time to have, get their fuck on and do all the stuff you do in a medical drama.
Bigger question: how little is FEMA going to be featured in this show? I mean, if we're going to reflect modern times.
Well, it is Florida, so
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And have you ever seen SurrealEstate? It's a Canadian series. Airs in America on Sci-Fi, starring a good-looking Doc Holliday from Winona Earp.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I remember we talked about this. I haven't seen it just because
it's all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
So once again, when we Von Trapp ourselves over to our good friends in the northern border. Do we need to talk to their TV people?
We both write for Canadian companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I write for the website I write for, the Streamable, is based in San Francisco, but its company ownership is in Canada.
Like where? Toronto? Or?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
we both have Canadian connections.
Well, more importantly, we got Toronto connections. So therefore,
Yeah.
we can make this work. Which reminds me, I might have to have
have to pull the trigger sometime soon on this because the relations are not getting any better.
No.
Between the U.S. and Canada.
And I don't want to pay premium price for some Crown Royal or even Pendleton for that matter.
Ooh.
Right?
Like some Pendleton.
Yeah, and and we'll.
It's like drinking maple syrup.
Oh, isn't it just the best?
Yes.
Anyway, we're not politics affiliated. we don't mean to be, but
Just
that
saying,
orange guy.
we've both now established Canadian connections, and we're not afraid to use them.
Not even
somehow.
Bigger question: should we have my editor John Powell come on next week? I mean,
Maybe.
Just I didn't have a chance to talk to you about it in the green room. So
Does he? What's it got to say? Of course, he wants to talk about Rasslin and his website.
Here's the thing, because he is also a TV person like
Okay.
you.
All right.
I mostly just want to see how the two of you react.
Yeah, you don't want.
It's a scientific.
You don't want TV critics in the same room.
It would just be fun to watch you two.
But now that I'm the last standing TV critic in Utah.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, right there. That is your handle right there.
Yeah.
The only TV critic that matters. Trademark.
And is currently alive.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Boy, did we really get dark. And bigger question, how much did I fix up on your Cuba Libre?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
That's right.
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah. Also, coming up on Friday, you've seen a lot of advertising for this. Dying for Sex on Hulu. It's a FX produced miniseries based on the Wondery podcast. It's about a woman who played by Michelle Williams. It's a true story. Who been diagnosed with late stage breast cancer. So she decides, I'm going to leave my husband, played by Jay Duplass, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go on a sexual walkabout with the help of my friend Jenny Slate.
Okay.
Yeah. Also in here are Rob Delaney, Sissy Spacek, David Rash, Sledgehammer.
What?
Yeah, Sledgehammer's in here.
Holy shit. How
Yeah.
did they dig him up?
I don't know, but also one of the directors of Russian Doll is involved with this, and all 8 episodes stream Friday on Hulu. And here's another show I didn't see coming on History Channel.
Okay.
Secrets Declassified with David Duchovny.
Okay.
It's a 10-episode series about declassified strange phenomena throughout the government's history.
The truth is out there.
Something
Scully.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to believe.
I mean, it feels a little late, but at the same time, so on brand.
Sure, why not? Way back in the 90s, when the X-Files was still on, Gillian Anderson, she did a, I think it was a very short docuseries about government surveillance.
I think
The voice of Dana Scully narrating this. And basically the conclusion they came to back in the 90s was, there's too many fucking people for the government to keep track on all of them.
Yeah. Or there's that line from The Simpsons. It's like, Mulder, shouldn't we be focusing on domestic issues with gangs and drugs? And then there's Mulder. I hardly think the FBI is concerned about that.
No.
Oh, how things circle back.
Yeah, so you got good old Dave Duchovny doing a history thing, and Saturday Night Live this week, hosted by we're going back to the left, Jack Black.
Oh, okay.
With musical guests Elton John and Brandi Carlile.
Wait a minute.
Utah's own favorite musical artist.
Yes. So Jack Black is hosting.
Yes.
Not singing. As far as we know.
Well, he might get involved.
But Elton John and...
Elton John and Brandi Carlile have been doing collaborating on music for the last couple of years now.
Okay.
They had recently released an album, and they just taped a concert, which is coming up on Sunday on CBS, called An Evening with Elton John and Brandi Carlile, hosted by Dan Levy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Elton John and Brandi Carlile have been working together on music for a couple of years now.
Okay.
They just really like working together.
I would have thought it would have been a much more organic thing with Elton John and Lady Gaga, but what do I know?
How about Elton John and Jack Black?
I mean, if I could see if it's possible that he could melt off some MAGA faces, like Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of melting off.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
Well, he's got fucking, what is it, Minecraft? Is he in that?
With him and Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Momoa.
And it looks terrible. But when last year when Kyle Gass and Tenacious D said, maybe don't miss Trump next time.
Yeah.
And Jack Black was fearing for his kiddie movie career life.
I don't blame him. We just didn't also...
Come on, Cage. Come on, Rage Cage. You're going to fuck up my Disney career here.
Bigger question. What has happened with Kyle Gass since that time?
He's got his own band, Trainwreck. They've played Salt Lake a couple of times. It's been a long time, but they've played here.
No shit.
Yeah, they played some dump bar.
Okay.
The kind of bar that Magda Vega plays.
Was I not invited? Was I not on
It was very under the radar. It was back when I was writing, I think I was still writing music stuff for City Weekly, and it just it was a blip. And I wrote a little music preview for it. It's Kyle Gass and the Trainwreck are playing at Bar Deluxe or some shit.
Okay.
And it was a very under the radar gig.
And
it was not a big sell. When Tenacious D played here a couple of years ago, you knew about that.
Oh yeah. But Trainwreck,
a little under the radar.
Who's this bald fat guy? I mean, I could just hear that, and it's that's Kyle Gass.
Yeah.
But why is he important? Just pay attention to this podcast.
Yeah,
right?
It's Jack Black is the star power of Tenacious D, but you can't do it without Cage. Yeah. Rage Cage.
You cannot do it without the gas.
Nope, not at all.
Oh, is that our title, Without the Gas?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. And also last week Yellowjackets took a turn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just when you think we
hit
the bottom?
Come on, Shauna. Jesus.
Yeah, we have not hit the bottom of this show.
Who did we think we previously thought Christina Ricci's character was the crazy one? Mm-hmm. And for a minute we thought Juliette Lewis's character was the crazy one. Turns out all along it's been Melanie Linsky's Shauna, who's just fucking out of her mind.
But in her defense, she's a domestic stay-at-home mom, so therefore...
That'll do it, yeah.
After a while, wouldn't that kind of switch on the crazy?
I guess so.
All right. I mean, I'm not a housewife.
I mean, for the last several months, I've been a stay-at-home dad to a cat, so I can see...
Okay.
I can see going a little bit nuts.
Why are you inching towards the knife over there? Why are you inching towards Stabbington? I'm just asking.
Hey, we both have knives here, okay?
All right, fair enough.
But Yellowjackets. We're about halfway through the third season here, and early on, I'm thinking, God, I hope something happens soon. It's like, fuck, okay, they delivered.
And then some. Oh, and Joel McHale. That's the part I didn't think I would ever see.
Well, it's kind of Joel McHale playing a Joel McHale-esque kind of character, but he's more outdoorsy.
Yeah, and that's the part that took me a while to reconcile.
He's a little too well-groomed
to
be considered a classic outdoorsman.
Yeah, he's trying to channel Burt Reynolds from Deliverance.
A little bit, yeah.
It doesn't land on me so well.
Yeah, he's a little too cleaned up. He's not dirty enough.
Yeah, but the fact that he just got roped, literally, by a bunch of high school girls, yeah, that feels on brand.
What do you mean they stopped looking for us? But Yellowjackets. If you thought the first part of the season was a little slow and you kind of dipped out, maybe dip back in.
Yeah, and you went.
Shit's getting real.
Yeah, and you went with second season. What the fuck's going on? Is there? Why are they doing this? And now the third season. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So well, I think it's about that time.
Oh, in that case, you better hit my music.
And sponsor Tommy Milagro. Go team!
And yes, it is time for the only sports that truly matters here at the sports desk of the TV10 podcast.
I heard some shit's going down.
Oh, there's been a lot of shit going down. But what shit are you referring to?
Soraya.
Yeah. So let's dive right in. It has been a busy week in the world of professional wrestling.
You can't say that phrase without evoking John Oliver anymore.
I mean, it's not that hard, but you have to have a certain bit of poshness while realizing that you're probably the kind of person that would be slaughtered right away if they were in any sort of shape or form of a piglet. But I'm just saying. No, but the point is, to your point, yeah, let's jump right into it. Saraya, formerly Paige of WWE and AEW.
Watch that movie, Wrestling with My Family.
Yeah, that is based off of Saraya's family, Saraya Knight's family, with Florence Pugh and Nick Frost, just to name a few names. But Saraya got on a podcast. And
like you do.
Yep, and she announced right away, I'm done. And it's nothing too dramatic, as she just said, yeah, they didn't have a lot of things for me, and I just didn't feel like it was necessary for me to go on.
Haven't seen a lot of her.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. We're going to be seeing a whole lot more of her, not just with her podcast, but she is also releasing a book, The 9 Lives of Saraya. And basically it's just talking about her life in pro wrestling and just the many incarnations she has had in the business to date. So definitely keep your eyes open for it. Speaking of Saraya, Alberto El Patron, I forgot to mention this last week, he got banned from Tijuana. So
how do you do that?
Funny you should ask. Apparently, the story goes, he was in a wrestling match in Tijuana, and somebody threw something at Alberto. He went after the offender and tried to...
Oh, he did an Axl Rose?
He went full Axl Rose, or, excuse me, Axl Rosa, and he threw a chair at the offending person, but ended up clipping somebody, a sweet little woman. And
damn.
Yeah. Yeah, Mexico does not play when it comes to that shit.
All right.
So what we're saying is, folks, yeah, it's all fun and games until you decide to throw a beer at a wrestler. Good luck. So he has been banned for the foreseeable 6 months as far as Tijuana is concerned. Also, it's been announced that, well, actually, let me turn to this story. Cain Velasquez, you know that guy?
No, I don't think so.
So he used to be a UFC fighter,
okay,
and tried to dip his toes into WWE waters for a hot minute, but it didn't quite pan out. However, and this is over at slamwrestling.net is where you'll find all the stories.
Of course it is.
I mean, you know, I write for them. I only have an MBA.
Yes.
And now that we got that out of the way, former UFC heavyweight champion and sometime wrestler Cain Velasquez, 42, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for a 2022 shooting. So he first pled no contest to the attempted murder, assault, and weapons charges because he was following and chasing a man who was accused of molesting his son. I mean, yeah, that would do it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he fired at a vehicle with a .40 caliber handgun, injuring the accused stepfather, Paul Bender, twice. Harry Goularte, I think is how you pronounce it, is accused of molesting Velasquez's son at a daycare owned by his mom. Goularte has pled not guilty. The trial begins in June. And, yeah, they thought it was over and done with, but unfortunately, the courts decided that Velasquez needed to be put away for these 5 years, so it's very bittersweet at the moment, and more on that as it develops there. We also should mention Ric Flair. Woo!
All right.
So here's why this is important here. There's a bill in North Carolina that could allow the state to get a Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame museum. So a cross-party alliance of state...
Finally, important legislation.
Exactly. And here's why it's important. A cross-party alliance of state senators have submitted a bill to explore the possibility, feasibility of such a project of having that Hall of Fame museum called the Ric Flair Act. Woo!
Okay.
The bill is asking for $500,000 to launch a study to the proposal, and it's been championed by state senators Jay Chowdhury, I think is how you pronounce it, a Democrat.
Sure.
Danny Britt, Republican, and Ralph Heiss, Republican. The bill asks that the study be funded by the North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources and that a report be submitted by next summer, which makes sense since Ric Flair made his bones in the Carolinas for Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, which was part of Jim Crockett Promotions under the NWA banner. So, yeah,
right.
It's a thing. I am going to say, finally, bipartisanship when it actually works. But we should also point out here that All Elite Wrestling is going to be coming up with their pay-per-view. That is AEW Dynasty on April 6th. And you can subscribe to it either on the usual platforms, Triller or even Prime Video, for the low, low price of $49.99.
Not a sponsor.
I mean, come on, Tony Khan, just give us some money already. Money, please. So yeah, and the big match that's going to be on there is Jon Moxley defending the AEW Championship against Swerve Strickland, because whose house? This is where you say Swerve's house.
Swerve's house.
Thank you. All right, close enough. But yeah, that is going to be happening, of course. We're going to be nearing to WrestleMania. That's only a few weeks away, happening the 19th and 20th of April in Las Vegas. Sadly, our invitations for TV10 podcasts have been lost in the mail. We've tried to reach out to WWE. We won't be there this time around, so,
Aw.
I mean, we tried.
Aw.
We tried. But finally this, I think I'm going to end it right here, because sometimes wrestling is a gift, you know? Oh, you haven't heard this yet?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, so basically, Kane, a.k.a. Glenn Jacobs, he is the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Is this a continuation from last week's report?
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's accepting Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's challenge, and again, this is the problem I have here. On Governor Gavin Newsom's podcast,
Oh, here we go.
yeah, Waltz made a bold statement, quote, "I could kick most of their asses. I do think that. I know I can. I don't think we want to fall into that place that we challenge each other to a WWE fight type of thing," says Waltz of his Republican rivals. And then Kane accepted the challenge and went on X/Twitter.
Of course.
And he said, quote, "All joking aside, let's put our money where our mouth is. In a charity wrestling match, we'll split the gate 50-50 between our chosen organizations. I'll kick things off myself with a $10,000 donation. What do you say? And to that, I just say this. Two things. And I think it's pretty obvious here.
Okay.
So as far as Waltz is concerned, I think you should take up Kane's challenge. However, may I recommend that you go with one of the iterations of Kane that have been been abounding in the indies of late.
Okay.
Have you not heard these iterations?
Enlighten me.
So there's versions of Kane that are pretty awesome. There's Blue Kane, and it's pretty much what you think.
Okay.
It's a guy that looks like Kane, but dressed in blue.
Okay.
So far.
All right.
Okay. Then there's Pride Kane, and it's exactly what you think.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just
What does Kane think of all these iterations?
we should really talk to him about that. And this is my favorite one, and I hope this is the one that he picks.
Okay.
There's Cocaine.
Cocaine Kane?
Yeah. No, it's just cocaine.
Nice.
So it's a guy in white.
Nice.
Sometimes he slaps
All right.
powder in his face, and then
Okay.
wackiness ensues.
Okay.
So that is what I propose to America's Governor Tim Walz. Get cocaine. I never thought I'd say those words, but go with that.
All right.
And secondly, and this is the important thing, and this is going to segue into the other part because Stephanie McMahon is also doing a podcast.
Of course she is.
Yeah. We're saying this with love. Hang on as I get my genius juice in here.
Another podcast. That's what we needed.
Yeah. Which leads me to a Milagro manifesto. Stay in your fucking lane. All right? Just stop. Just you stop. And Newsom, you're trying to get some of the alt-right involved. No, stop it.
Well, according to not to derail the manifesto, but Gavin Newsom was on Bill Maher Real Time last week.
Yeah.
And explained, he's trying to reach across the aisle to understand the other side. If you need to understand the other side in order to defeat them. At the ballot box, which I don't get it at all. I think he's just trying to stir up shit, and how if he did just a regular what you would expect podcast of a lefty, there's plenty of competition in that lane, and he's not up for it, so he's had to go the other way.
Basically, he's pulling a Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's like, I could go ultra lefty, but that spot is crowded. You got Midas Touch. You've got I've Had It. You've got the Young Turks.
Yeah.
You got the Bituation Room. There's a lot of lefty podcasts out there. It's like I'm gonna break right.
No.
And get all this attention.
No.
No. Fuck.
Just
that.
no. Fuck that. And if you keep on that route, Gavin Newsom, just be aware we're going to send some cocaine your way.
Oh.
That is how we are going to defeat this once and for all.
I didn't think we had that in the budget, but okay.
No. I mean the wrestler cocaine. I
don't
think
know
that's in our budget.
I don't know if we have. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think we can make it work.
If you say so.
But
okay.
either way, all of you that are trying to break into podcasts, stop it.
We're full.
We're fucking done. We're fucking done with you. Just leave it to the only TV podcast that matters. Trademark. And stop being the amateurs that you are. We know what the fuck we're dealing with because he deals with TV and we at the sports desk deal with sports.
Dance sports. Tommy Milagro. Go team.
That was kind of a neat little effect. It kind of went all Jason.
Little bit, yeah. By the way, I've been asked to produce another local podcast, so I'm adding another one.
Oh dear.
To the mess.
Which one is this?
It's a brand new one. It hasn't even started yet.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see how much money I can wring out of them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine with me. Here's my next question: is our next podcast going to be a political podcast?
This one
I already got a good title.
This one I've been asked to do will be.
Okay. So when you
I have no interest in being involved in one. Yeah. I can just twiddle the knobs.
Yeah. And that's all we need to do.
Yeah.
So here's my proposal if we do a political podcast. So what? Get over it. Move on.
Okay. All right.
That's my dad's advice over the years.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it covers a lot of ground. So, Oh, you don't like the rulings up at the Utah legislature? So what? Get over it. Move on. So.
What are you going to do?
Well, you should vote. Oh, wait, you can't mail in a vote. Anyway, sorry. All right. What other things do we have?
The current place for me to vote is literally 2 blocks from here, block and a half.
Oh, okay.
So right now it's there. It's going to move to like Midvale or something. It's like, I'll go to Midvale to vote, but I'd rather be going over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, by the way, I'm near the Midvale area, so if we need
you can
to...
vote for me.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. This feels like entrapment.
No, not
Are
at
you
all.
wearing a wire?
Not at all. No. Sad news in late night.
Oh, no.
Following the lead of Trevor Noah, Taylor Tomlinson has decided, I'd rather go back out on the road than continue with his TV shit.
Okay.
So she's been a fine host of After Midnight on CBS following the late show with Stephen Colbert. It's been a nice little change up from the standard talk show.
Yeah.
It's a quiz. It's kind of a quiz show, but not really. And it features a lot of the comics you probably have not heard of, with giving them a national platform.
And which was awesome.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
But in June, the show is coming to an end after 2 seasons. She's decided, I'd rather go back out on the road.
Is there a replacement?
No.
So
CBS is probably just going to give up the time slot.
No.
You're going to give it back. I know where you're going.
Yeah. The answer is Stevie Tam Podcast. CBS.
We got a pretty solid hour.
Look, and here, if you want to fill a female demographic, how's Rebecca's schedule these days?
Oh, kind of busy.
Okay.
Now she's on local TV.
Oh, she's getting that fancy local money.
Yeah, she's getting on that Channel 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't pay. I've done TV locally. It doesn't pay shit. Much like radio.
But what I'm saying, yeah, preaching to the choir. The point is,
maybe Merlot. Yeah.
There we are. We are. Okay, so what we're saying, CBS, is you can get all 3 of us for the price of one Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, and we're not cheap, but we can be had.
Yes.
So what are you thinking?
So
300 per person?
Yeah, probably. So the TV Tan hour following Colbert?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Well, actually, let's do this.
Okay, think of this though. That would be 4 nights a week.
Which is
we're hard pressed to do an hour a week. So that would be 4 hours per week.
Yeah, but we're not doing a full flight of the Conchords where we're trying to conduct
and
create music.
We might have to relocate to Burbank.
I really
to the
don't.
Paramount lot.
I don't see where the problem is.
You don't see a problem here, okay.
I don't see a problem here.
All right.
Where's the problem? We could just fly into the Bob Hope Airport. So that's that's what Burbank Airport got renamed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that?
Yeah. And it's an easy hop, skip, and jump away for us.
Okay. Well, maybe we can pitch that for the upcoming fall TV season.
Yeah. So this is our elevator pitch to CBS. Hey, you want funny and neurotic? Hey, we got all of that in all 3 of us.
Yeah. And we can have guests from the CBS universe on.
We can even get our local comedian friends around here and give them some exposure.
There we go.
I know this for a fact on After Midnight. Mm-hmm. They did feature one of the local comedians, Andy Gold.
I must have missed that one.
He did a TikTok. He does this. He roasts children. He roasts children pictures.
I'm all for this. Really.
Yeah. I think we can make a case that it could work out. So.
All right.
Yeah. So that's our elevator pitch.
I think roasting children is a fine direction to go.
Absolutely. And
they're asking for it.
Yeah. And when somebody goes, well, someone think of the children. Well, we do, and we roast them.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that. Yeah.
I think this could work.
I like it. Yeah.
All
right. So, yeah. So, get your Taylor Tomlinson After Midnight in for now because I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe there's never, since the early 80s or maybe in the late 70s, they've always had something to follow, in that time slot on CBS.
Yeah.
CBS only got into the late night game back in the late '90s with Letterman.
Yeah,
when they fucked him over at NBC, and he said, "Okay, well, I'm going to CBS to do my own show."
Yeah, they tried it with the what's her name? Rivers.
Joan Rivers with a Fox show. Yeah.
Oh, it was Fox. I thought it was CBS.
It was a Fox show.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It actually did pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah. The Fox really tried to break a late night show to compete with the Tonight Show and eventually the Late Show with Letterman, but couldn't make it happen.
Or here's a crazy idea.
Yeah. Or Chevy Chase. They tried one with Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Let's forget that period.
Everyone has.
Yeah. Great idea, and I think this is the right time to do it. We need to have Arsenio back.
Bring back Arsenio.
I mean. That guy...
He did it in syndication. He killed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the only problem was he was trying to please everybody.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah. So we'll just say, hey, Arsenio, you please everybody. We'll be the ones that say, fuck off. We don't need you.
Yeah.
We'll be your...
That's probably the way to go.
I mean, that's our Larry Sanders moment right there. We could do that.
We could do that, yeah.
And we are cheap, and we will...
We are very cheap.
We will pay what is necessary.
All right, yeah.
I think we got some great ideas here.
I think we've expanded the future of late night television.
And more importantly, we have proven we're the only podcast that solves the problems rather than adds to them. Looking at you, Newsom.
We're doing the work here.
We are doing the Lord's work.
The important work here. All right, we should get out of here by telling America what they should be watching harder. And I'm going to, as always, the Righteous Gemstones, fourth and or the fifth, fourth, whatever season we're on right now.
It's fourth season.
It's the final season.
Yeah.
And they're going out hard.
Yeah.
And recently, I've noticed that TNT and TBS have been in the late night space have been showing old episode. Well, TNT has been showing Night Country, the most recent one, True Detective, Night Country with Jodie Foster. Yeah, they've been showing that in late night on TNT. And repurposing HBO content. And I noticed on TBS, they've been rerunning old Eastbound and Down episodes.
No shit.
Which I haven't watched those episodes in 10 years or so.
Well, it makes sense because that's part of the whole TNT, Max, and
HBO and all that, yeah.
All that shit.
Eastbound and Down, fuck. It's still funny as hell.
But here's the thing: it is baseball season, therefore.
Yeah. But just go back and watch some Eastbound and Down. It's still fucking funny as hell, and you could see Danny McBride, forming his character as he's going. I saw one of the few episodes of the early seasons, and it's like you can see where this character's going.
He's trying it. He's acting his ass off.
Yeah, and it's fucking hilarious.
You're fucking out. So, but I'm also going to add here, folks, that if you need to watch something else, if you're trying to get off your Severance roll, may I recommend not just Yellowjackets, but also on Paramount, MobLand.
Oh yeah, the new Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, Guy Ritchie.
Yeah,
Guy Ritchie deal.
I saw a little bit of it today, and I was like, all right, I'm down with this.
Come on, it's Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, well, there's points that kind of feels like England's answer to The Sopranos, so time will tell.
Yeah, it's set in London, yeah.
Oh, but everything about Guy Ritchie that you've seen, from The Gentleman to Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels to Snatched, this fits right into his underworld, as it is.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to add in there, and there was I decided to do this on Netflix. I decided to binge The Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
how do you like that?
Honestly,
I've watched it all.
It's a little slick just because it's David E. Kelly.
It looks like it could be a CBS show.
It could
on,
be.
Thursday night.
But here's the thing. It works.
Yeah.
And David E. Kelly knows TV. And I guess the fourth season's going to be coming up pretty soon.
I think so, yeah.
Followed by Daredevil, Born Again.
Well, of course, yes. Yeah. Wow.
Did you see that last episode?
Of course I did. Yeah.
God.
And I'm really hoping this paves the way for more Jessica Jones. And I've been following Kristen Ritter on Instagram, and she says, "Yeah, if they call, I am there. I've still got the leather jacket that I stole from the set."
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I know John Bernthal just delivered a great performance as
Yeah.
Punisher.
Yes.
Like gritty Punisher.
Yeah.
And he can still scare the shit. And for the record...
Going back to The Walking Dead, he's been a fucking scary dude.
Right. But when he was doing the Punisher, and I remember the criticism, like, he's very... full of angst and
Yeah.
the character of Frank Castle had his family murdered in front of his eyes, and he kind of got a little deranged, and he wants to kill criminals. What the fuck would you do in that situation?
Yeah.
Sigh.
You probably wouldn't put a sticker on the back of your truck to compliment your truck nuts.
Which is what they're addressing in Born Again,
Nice.
and I love
Yeah.
every second of
Yeah.
it.
Also, I want to concur Yellowjackets, and check out Mid-Century Modern. I was skeptical, but it delivers a laugh. It does what it's supposed to do. It delivers the funny, even though it's in a very classic laugh tracky format. It works really well because you got some fucking pros working on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nathan Lane alone.
He could do the show by himself, really.
I mean, it's kind of like the Only Murderers theory. It's like, it could have just been Steve Martin. It could have been Martin Short.
Yeah.
But all these cats.
Got them together, yeah. I also want to throw in a plug for The Residents on Netflix. Uzu Aduba. It's basically kind of Knives Out in the White House. You've got Giancarlo Esposito. Oh. You got Ken Marino in classic Ken Marino weasel mode. And
how can you not go wrong with this?
It's a really good whodunit. And
Jeez.
it's also very funny and very, very twisty, yeah.
Okay. So much great TV that's coming up. And
you're so lucky to have us to tell you about it.
Yeah, and you're probably going, but when is Severance coming back? Calm the fuck down.
It's gonna be, Ben Stiller said, you're not going to have to wait as long this time for a new season as you did previously.
Yeah,
they're going to have a quicker turnaround on that.
Yeah, I was seeing this in Men's Journal. I guess, the reason it took so long was because, pandemic.
There was that, yeah.
Yeah, and this time around, not so much.
And, I didn't think it's either Men's Journal or Men's Health that is constantly posting, like, what's in Mark Wahlberg's refrigerator? It's like, again, didn't we already do this?
Look, and the important question Men's Journal...
Say hi to Yamada for me.
Yeah, the only question Men's Journal needs to ask is, how does Milchick get so svelte during choreography of merriment?
He's pretty ripped.
He's
pretty ripped for an office manager.
Did you see that dance that he did?
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and I've been seeing this on like Instagram. If you sync it up with Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us,"
I thought
brilliant.
I thought you were going to say "Dark Side of the Moon."
Ooh, I wonder. Should we?
We shouldn't dare. No.
Somebody was even making the proposal of that's our Super Bowl halftime hour.
Why not? Why the hell not?
Like, how fucking meta could we get?
Why not? All right, we want to thank Outlaw Distillery for the white rum.
Yes. It is a perfect drink for a summery day.
If we ever get one. We had like one last week.
Yeah.
So we might have another one sometime. We say this now, it's going to be like fucking 110.
Yeah.
And we're going to be bitching about that.
Well, because that's who we are.
Yeah, we just constant bitchers.
Why are you even questioning this? Oh, that's right.
We are bitchers of constant sorrow.
There's our title. Bitchers of Constant Sorrow.
That's us.
I am a man.
Oh, always complaining.
No, let me rephrase that. I am a bitchin' of constant sorrow.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
It works in there.
But you know what?
And who else do we want to thank here?
Well, these are our fine sponsors you shouldn't bitch about. They would be Sugar House Distillery, the original sponsor of the TV10 podcast. And they got not just rum, but they also got some bourbon. They also got some craft cocktails in a can.
They got the vodka.
Oh, they got the vodka. Also, our good friends at Ogden's Own Distillery, they got the vodka too. They got the Madame Patarini gin. And I should mention, they got 5 Wives and 5 Husbands vodka. Happy Trans Day, folks.
Yep. Pride Month is coming up.
And, oh, yeah, that's going to be extra this year.
Yes.
They also got some good drinks in Porter's Fire, Porter's Peanut Butter Whiskey. They also got craft cocktails like your favorite, the peach tea.
Yep.
And they also got the Underground right there. But there may be times you just want a beer. We all want beer. Mm-hmm. I want a beer.
Yeah.
Let's just say you want to visit our good friends at Bohemian Brewery. They're down the way in Midvale. They got all the beer you can handle there and then some. And, of course, if you need some stuff to mix up some great cocktails, go visit Ivy at Booze Teak in downtown Salt Lake. They got... she's got glassware. She's got all sorts of accoutrements to mix the proper cocktail. She even has some non-alcoholic drinks because, you're not there. Right. No judgment. We will never judge you. That's the Utah legislature's job. The point is, don't be that person. Just stop in and tell them TV10 Podcast sent you. We still have T-shirts to give away.
Still.
I know. For only $10. You know the drill. Send us an email, tv10podcast@gmail.com.
And we'll come to your house and shoot it at you from a T-shirt gun.
I mean, is that legal?
Maybe.
We should run this
It's a nebulous law here.
Let's run it by legal at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The point is, support us any other way. And the way to support us at TV10 Podcast is through all the social medias that Joe Rogan's involved. So basically, if you're going, I want to hear Joe Rogan. No, you want to hear TV10 Podcast, just rate us 5 stars. And if nothing else, just give us the review. They're better than Joe Rogan.
That's fine.
I mean, we're not picky at this point.
Yeah, TV10 Podcast on Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, even Twitter.
That's our social media platforms. And, of course, we're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts, excuse me.
Wherever you're hearing this, that's where we are.
Yeah. Or Spreaker or wherever, and you're going, who the fuck are these chuckleheads? And the answer is, we're not Joe Rogan. Oh, yeah. I'm going to listen to you harder. Good.
Name another Salt Lake City-based podcast that's run longer than TV10 Podcast. There's probably only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
you know who they are.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And I'm okay with that. They're good humans.
The OGs.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Everybody else, it's a case-by-case basis.
Don't say Radio West.
No.
Nope.
Nope, we won't say that. But do say TV10 Podcast.
Ask for it by name.
That's all we ask for. Is that...
We're good.
Have we covered all the...
We've done it all.
In that case, I think you better sign us off, sir.
Good night, America.
And yes, you, Mr. and Mrs. America, jiggle that handle. It's time to flush. Plop, 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 plop. There's only me and my TV10.
I hate crying. My eyes are so puffy. It's 8th grade all over again. I had to wear these on the bus every morning on the way to school.
I imagine that did not set you up for a good day. But it paid off. Your eyes are gorgeous.
Now you're gonna make me cry again.
I'm sorry, guys. I know Mindy can be a little aggressive, but we can handle it, right? Hey, we're jocks now. Ow. Look, it's working. Regardless of what we felt, she was having a good time, and we want her to move here, don't we?
Are we sure? I mean, I wouldn't want Caleb and Ezekiel to move here.
Who?
Oh, they were my bullies at Mitt Romney High. Go Mittens.